One of the Aaron Austin Show's favorite sponsors is R&J Discount Liquor. We find they have the best selection of bourbons and whiskeys probably in town.
Yeah, make sure you get with Dustin in there. That guy knows his stuff. He'll always point you in the right direction, and everything they got there is always at a good price. It's at Douglas and Hillside. Anytime you need some booze, come on down to R&J's.
Jack Stacks here, and let's talk about Papa C's Barbecue. They're at Leprechauns on Fridays and Saturdays, 5:30 to 11 p.m. or until sold out. They're actually introducing some THC-infused barbecue rub.
Illegal. Appliance Nerd. If you have any trouble with your appliances, get with 316-807-7498. Having appliance trouble sucks, and buying all new equipment is no fun either. So get with Appliance Nerd, and maybe they can get you fixed up and going again.
All Out Detox has 3 great locations in Wichita. Go check them out for 2 for $10 drug tests every day. They've been in business for 15 years, so you know you can trust them. Go all in with All Out Detox. Janelle over at Suburbs and Sass is Aaron and Austin Show's official merch provider, and I've been super impressed.
I've been super impressed too. She really has awesome merch, from glasses to t-shirts to sunglasses. If you really want to get down with us, we got those for you too as well.
If you want some custom merch, go check out Janelle at Suburbs and Sass. Hit up the Aaron and Austin Show about our merch. Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store in town. Go check out Nikki. Tell her that the Aaron and Austin Show sent you. For the best selection of gummies and the highest possible legal THC that you can find in Wichita, go check out Sacred Leaf.
Whiskey Dick's definitely an Aaron Austin Show favorite. Get out there anytime. They have specials every day on food and drinks. They got happy hour from 3 to 6. And how many whiskeys they got in that place, Aaron?
I think they have the most whiskeys in town. And every Monday you can do any whiskey under $25 a shot for half price.
I think there's 700 plus in that building or something like that.
Probably so. Be sure you visit the Jukebox on Seneca and Walker. They have great daily drink specials and karaoke and live music on the weekends. Go check out the Jukebox.
PK Pest Management. For all your pest control needs, get with Austin or contact 316-305-7108. And it's also fly season, so if you need that fly spray, get with me. Everybody loves Angie's Tacos, so get down to the Cowboy Inn at noon on Tuesdays, and now starting at the Shamrock Inn at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
On Tuesdays, you can usually find the Aaron and Austin Show hanging out at the Cowboy Inn. It's one of our favorite sponsors. Every Tuesday, they have an open mic there hosted by Jacoby Lee Winter.
So get down and check us out on Tuesday nights and check out the Cowboy Inn all the time.
Diaper Jam 2025. We don't have a whole lot of details yet, but go check it out. Every time, it's been a great night, benefiting a great cause. Lots of really good local music.
We'll probably be at Bourbon Street again this year. Get ready for Diaper Jam 2025.
Bring diapers.
Make sure you get out to 42 Below. They got 2 great locations. They're out west on Tyler and they're downtown. They got a lot of creative and local glass. They got a glass blower in the back. They got a lot going on in that building. Make sure that you get everything 42 Below. Boom.
Oh, my God.
129, baby. Here we are.
This show's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has been a long time coming, and unfortunately, it seems like every week we're starting the same shit. But we got to get through it real quick. We had a sponsor lose a bartender over the weekend. Trina that worked at the Jukebox has passed away. Yeah. And also JB Sugar Bear, a guy that was highly involved in the fire flocks. How do you say that?
Flocks. It's a
Yeah.
Like fire spinning, dancing community.
Yeah, they were, and he was highly involved in that and in travel routes and stuff like that. So it was a couple big losses over the weekend, and even Hollywood's losing some motherfuckers too. Chris Christopherson died.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean that's a big one. Losing, always a cool dude, man. You don't lose that guy.
Yeah, he was like the more sane Gary Busey for a long time.
Right?
Yeah.
When I mean, honestly, he was he did a lot as an actor. I mean, a lot as a musician, but he was really a good actor too.
Both.
Yeah.
He's one of those double threats, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen him tap dance, but that could have been.
Yeah, and Frank from American Pickers passed away too as well. So, and then Pete Rose, that hurts me. Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle died. Anybody growing up wishing I always wished he would have, even though he bet on baseball, always wished he would have got into the Hall of Fame before he passed away. They vote him in now. It's just prick. That's just prick moved. That's what they might do. Are we gonna turn that? We might turn those outside lights off. I forgot about that. But anyway,
it's all good.
And fucking Matumbo died. Big old Matumbo, man. You remember that?
The Kembe Mutombo?
Yeah, the Kembe Matumbo died.
Oh my god!
So there was a lot of people died like in the last 48 hours.
I'm a baby, so I have no idea who that
I don't know what Mutombo is either. But I don't watch sports.
He was a
guy, right?
just big, giant, tall dude that blocked everybody. He always did this after he blocked people.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's an African cat.
No.
But other than that, we don't want to sit and dwell on all the people that passed away. But shout out to all. We've seemed like we've lost a lot since Tad passed away from All Out Detox. It seems like it's just been like a lot in a row. So everybody's out there hurting. I hope you have to find some peace and all that good stuff. But a little bit about what the Aaron Austin Show's got going on before we jump into this episode. We got the Planes coming in to do the Aaron and Austin Show Presents, and we're also going to try to tie that. We're going to try that together with the podcast that week too. So October 15th. Check out the podcast with the Planes, and then followed by their actual live stream concert 2 days later, Thursday night.
Thursday,
yep.
the 17th.
And then also, Aaron, we're invading. Where are we invading? Where are we headed to? Tanganyika.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so on the 11th, Aaron and Austin Show is invading Tanganyika. We're trying to steal at least 3 lemurs.
They have promised I get to wrestle a tiger.
Yeah.
They promise.
They have cheetahs in
Spumoni.
their backyard in a cage for mating.
Epic.
They do?
Yeah.
They got
Check it out.
I don't need to mate with them, but I would like to
It's
pet
not
them.
for human mating.
So they have like a big cat farm.
Specify specifics.
So they got like some Tiger
We're
King
not
shit.
talking about BCLE again.
They got some Tiger King shit going on then, huh?
No, actually, Tanganyika does a lot. They're like the snow leopard population. They were breeding snow or cloud leopards.
You know
or
they're
something
selling
like
them
that.
and making a gang off of that.
Well,
Let's wait till
that's kind of
let's
what
talk about
zoos are
that
supposed
after.
to do.
We
It's
have-
like
they
a
have us on?
conservation effort,
Yeah.
Let's wait to talk craziness until we're after with the show. So October 11th, check us out. October 11th, though. All jokes aside, we're going to be at Tanganyika. We're going out live on location. So get with us and check that out.
They have a new like pricing tier that we're
they're
trying to get explained.
They're trying to do some events, and just a little bit of promotion for their place.
They kind of restructured a little bit, and they want to promote that and talk about it.
Well, we got to hang out with their penguin, and we did some.
Penguins feel like snakes.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that. That's
They're weird. They're like a little
I do,
dinosaur.
as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
We tried to
Yeah.
run off with that son of a bitch, but he was a little tough to carry. He's heavier than you think. They're heavier than you think. But yeah, so look out for that coming out. But here we are, episode 129. Man, it's been a long time coming. We got Dead and Mary.
Absolutely.
Well, absolutely.
We're glad to be here, man. It has been a long time coming. I was just telling Aaron, out in the parking lot, you had mentioned on the last episode with Brian Peterson that, we saw the inception of this band. We saw this band.
Yeah, really close.
Well, it happened in the same exact room that your podcast was born in, back in the day at Muse Meridian.
Yeah.
So,
In
Back
the,
in the
little
school, the
in the
school.
principal's office room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
in the principal's office.
Yeah.
Wild times in that place, and I miss it genuinely because it's
I
the
really
best.
do too.
It's the best we've sounded. Those isolation cabinets you guys had in there for
Those
the
were
amps
great,
and
right?
stuff. Oh, it's fantastic.
No stairs.
Yeah.
I love the
I
no
wish we
stairs
could have
part.
done that.
Yeah.
Right. No stairs is always my favorite. But yeah, that was a cool joint. So this has kind of been 3 years some odd in the making, and this has kind of been your brainchild from the very beginning, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Pardon me. That's good whiskey.
It's not bad.
My lord.
Is that the Senator?
I believe so.
Yeah. Shout out to RNJs. Thank you for
Yeah.
some
Thanks,
Senator.
R&J's.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's
Thanks,
stife.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
That thing's stiff.
It's very smoky. I like it. But yes, at the beginning, in those days, it was basically John and I, and we had kind of put this brainchild together. We'd been jamming for so long. We'd been friends for so long. We're like,
You live together. I mean,
we're
it was
doing
a-
music together. Hell, we did an entire album, for my
your
solo
record.
stuff.
I still got that album.
And I hope you're enjoying it.
I
'cause
do.
It was fun to make.
I got 2 of them.
People ask me all the time, are you going to play any of that? And I'm like, nah, dude. It was just a one-off. It was something to do in 2020 while I was forced to stay at home, as a lot of entertainment people were told that,
I drummed on the album.
you're not essential. Bars and venues were closed. It was terrible. 2020 sucked, man. It sucked for everybody.
Well, it's a part of everybody's story right now. It's like
You could have wiped about 3 years off.
It's funny because we as many interviews as we do with as many people. It's like we're doing this and this and this,
And then COVID.
and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
It's like a.
I don't mean to be a downer, but that's how it started. John and I eventually had a falling out. You could say whatever you want about it. Sometimes friends get to that point. He's somebody that I still respect, and I absolutely have admiration for. I don't have a problem with the guy in the world. That's just we couldn't see eye to eye on a few certain things.
I mean, and we can even join you in that same thing. As people know, John
was an engineer.
John
here for a
Vogues
long
was
time.
an intricate part
And
in
he
the
was,
starting of this podcast.
And he did a lot with me. Like we did the open mics and stuff together. And that's-
Yeah, I mean,
look, I love the guy. We can still go and we can hang out. We can have a great time. You know, working together. There's different dynamics at play. You know,
but I definitely want to give him his credit. I thank you for all the hard work that you did to help us get this podcast off the ground.
and you're a badass. I still love you,
Yeah.
John.
And
love you, John.
and let's give them a quick promo. Sunset Motel is at the Battle of the Bands
For the Damn Jam.
For the Damn Jam,
That's happening.
they
Yeah,
are part of the
no,
next.
that's
They are
cool.
they
Awesome.
are part of the next Battle of the Bands for Damn Jam. So get out there and vote for Sunset Motel. Maybe they can get in that show.
That's fantastic to hear. I love all those guys, man.
Yeah.
And they're a great band.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're killer.
But
So yeah, you guys were that kind of you and John kind of split, and then Dead and Mary kind of hits the brakes a
well,
little
so
bit.
Dead and Mary had already happened. By the time that happened, it was super tragic for the band. We weren't sure that we were going to be able to endure it or continue. But in lieu of having that other guitar missing, you know, I tried to pick up the weight, you know, and he was also singing too. He was doing a lot of great vocals.
That's true too.
And so I was in a position to where my band members looked at me and said, "Hey, we're going to need you to either shit or get off the pot." And at that point, I started working with Chris, and Chris and I were working together at the jukebox. He was bar backing for me, and he goes, "Hey, man, I play guitar," you know, and I started to jam with him. And the jamming
Sounds like
was,
he approached you in the bathroom with
it
it.
was
Hey man, I play
First
guitar.
stall.
Can we wait till I'm done?
well, no, to make it creepier. It happened after everybody was already gone, and I'm just trying to take that end of shift dump.
Oh yeah, no.
And there he is.
All the best things happen when you're in the bathroom, like with somebody else. After everybody else is gone. Like that's
All right.
Brad's taking a dump, and
That's
guess
the
what?
best.
You have the toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know how this.
You know that scene from Predator where
Chris
the
and I
alien's
bonded.
like right next to her face? You know, that's how it was. No, so we continued from there. We ended up hiring Chris. That was a great decision.
Absolutely.
Ben here was an interesting addition because he was still with
Note the
Hardwood Cherry
interesting.
at the time.
I was still in Hardwood Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell
Another
that story a
kick-ass
bit about
band,
how we
yeah.
came together.
So, Brad and John asked me to help out with a full band set for the Band of Assholes. If you don't know what that is,
Yeah, Band of Assholes was
the Band of
dope.
Assholes was the open mic band for the Elbow Room on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday thing.
Yeah, it was just Brad and John and Donnie
Oh no,
from
Dan Carmichael. As well.
Dan Carmichael.
Yeah.
We
Sorry,
can't
Dan.
forget about the big guy.
Love you, bud. So anyway, John and Brad approached me. Hey, we want you to do keys. We're gonna have Donnie on drums, Dan on bass. We're gonna do that, and I was like, cool.
Let's go.
I haven't played keyboard in like 3 years, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
try
do
it.
my best, and it was god awful. But we played this Barleycorn show. It wasn't actually as bad as I'm making it out to seem. But John and Brad approached me and Steve after the show, and they were like, "Hey, man, we want to do this project." We had this brainchild. It wasn't Dead and Mary. It was called something else, I think, at the time. But they're like, "Oh, Steve Headley, who can't be here with us today,
Yeah.
ended up filling in for Dan Carmichael in the Band of Assholes because Dan had
Well,
Dan had his car
that wreck.
accident.
He had his car accident.
Yeah.
so that's how Steve got brought into it as well. But anyway, so we're like, yeah, we'll try it out, and that's pretty much the story.
Nice.
I mean,
They picked a drummer to play keyboards in a band.
So is Steve still there? Steve's still with you?
yeah, Steve's in the
Steve's
band for
definitely
sure.
with us.
Oh, epic.
He's
man. Epic.
very,
Awesome.
very in. Actually, he's sitting in a
I love
hotel
Steve,
room
man.
right now.
I love Steve.
He wasn't able to be here because it was just too short a notice.
Yeah,
And
no worries.
if you guys know Steve, anybody that knows Steve knows that he's constantly busy with HVAC stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably the guy.
He's one of the best.
He's, gonna be
He's
pissed
he's
if I
one of the
say
best
this.
in Wichita. for
I
sure.
always recommend him, and nobody's
Yeah.
come back and go, I wish you wouldn't have recommended that guy.
He's-
Shout out to that dude.
He
No,
isn't-
he's great. He really
He is the
I don't
HVAC
know if I know.
ninja, actually, on
Yeah.
TikTok.
The ninja.
And he's got a successful TikTok just putting up like
Oh, yeah.
HVAC videos. It's
Dude,
fantastic.
videos of people like doing trades is very interesting. Like I can watch people mow grass for some
The
reason.
SB mowing? SB mowing? Yeah,
SB
I
mowing,
watch that.
that guy
I
is-
watch
Yeah,
that.
that guy's a
dude.
Wichita kid too. Shout out to him. I follow him. We can
So
get that kid
speaking
out
of
here.
ninjas, what if every country has ninjas, and we only know about Japanese ninjas because they're the worst ninjas?
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like if there was
Best,
ninjas, dude, there'd be a lot more shit getting done that we'd be wondering why how it happened. Because ninjas be doing shit real incognito. Like there ain't a bunch of just random shit getting finished.
Maybe there is.
So
Maybe there is.
You're implying the existence of like Sri Lankan ninjas.
Sri Lankan ninjas.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
I want to see what those.
And the
Those
fact
ninjas-
that sounds so absurd means they're doing a great job.
If I think of American ninjas, I think of Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Of Norwegians that came from Vikings. They're just some Norwegian ninjas.
Norwegians?
Norwegians, yeah. Norwegians.
Oh God damn it.
yeah, you got
Time
that
of
look on your
derailment.
face. You're like, that's what this one's degrading to.
That's what it's. Go one more time.
Norwegians?
Yep, I like it. I like it. I'm in.
So
Sounds
to
like a-
continue the timeline, Ben comes in. We'd already previous to basically a lot of this that we had talked about, we were looking for a drummer while we were still jamming at Muse Meridian.
Yeah.
And I've never had this happen in my life. Okay, looking for a drummer and actually getting a drummer is a difficult thing to do. It's a difficult thing to find a great drummer.
You wouldn't think that in
And-
Wichita, since every
Well-
drummer in town is a part of like 5 to 7 bands.
Yeah.
Well, you have to find a drummer, and then you have to find the drummer that fits you.
Boom.
Well, exactly.
There's a different
and then the
thing
one
there.
that shows up to practice.
out of this
yeah.
admittedly small
That's an
pool of
important
drummers,
part.
we got to pick one, and then we got to find the one that's right.
Well, as it turns out, we just got
It's
lucky
hard.
right off the bat. Okay, I'm talking the first guy that I messaged. I remember hitting up the band chat, and I remember saying, hey, I found a guy that I'm interested in. What do you guys think? I was like, here's a link to his profile. No, it was Josh. Josh Swigert is his name. And I said, he's located in Hayesville. I don't know much else about him. I just know that he's a drummer. And, I'm just going to hit him up and see what he's doing.
Who also might be here. Check your phone.
He should be here any minute. But,
Okay.
but the thing about him is, I guess Steve already knew him. Apparently,
Oh, wow.
they had played in another band
Well,
together.
it's a small
previously.
world of musicians.
You know,
Yeah, I
especially
mean,
a small city too.
for-
And you're like,
Yeah, a small area.
the longer you do this, it just becomes what it is. But we got a hold of Josh. He came for one session over there at Muse Meridian. I remember he played on the native kit that you had.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't trying to haul his entire drum set.
Nobody
goes,
wants to do that.
He
No,
goes,
dude, that makes me never want to play drums. Just,
Yeah.
Wait till you see it, though.
just thinking about having to do that.
well, not only is it physically exhaustive to play drums while you're actually playing them,
Yeah.
but then you got to carry all that shit out of the
In
venue at the
and
end of
out.
the night.
You know?
and as much as
it's a
everybody
nightmare.
helps you, they really don't.
Oh,
They don't
yeah. Well,
They booby trap you for that.
I would say
Absolutely
that
not.
I would say the mark of most drummers that I've ever encountered are they don't actually want you to help them because you're
no.
gonna, you're
Well,
gonna
you can
fuck
put
up.
it behind the car and they'll stack it in there.
Hey, you want to fucking
Don't
help me
touch my
out? Go
drum
buy
set,
me a
bro.
double
Really?
shot of Jameson.
What if it's all in the cases and
Yeah.
we're carrying it out?
I don't have cases. Don't touch my drum set.
Oh, okay then.
my God.
So
Cases.
I've actually been doing some
Then people
stagehand
can
work
help you.
lately, and
I'd say
and working for shows at Hartman Arena, and I
What is that? One every 6 months?
Oh God, I sure wish that I could work more often, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the most underused place in town.
Actually, I got to help out the techs for Nothing More, and I enjoyed working with their drum techs. But one thing that you'll find about drummers, and this guy will tell you, is like, don't fuck with my hardware.
Don't touch it.
Don't
Don't touch it.
adjust.
Do
where
not-
there's
the-
a way
thing.
this goes.
but I know once
Yeah.
all the shit's in the cases, they'll let you carry it then.
Well,
No.
absolutely.
yeah, they will.
You know.
Carry this shit. Put
Well-
it on this. I wouldn't want to carry it at
Okay,
all.
so I guess what we're saying is that they want to act like they want help, but then they don't really want help.
I
And
know
then when
those
you
guys.
don't help them, they
I-
complain about it.
I know those guys.
that part right there. That part.
Isn't that called like a miser? Isn't that called
That's
like
a miser, yeah.
I just need two guys that can come with me every time and learn my system, and then we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but
Thank
like,
you.
But some random asshole
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Some
Fair
Cincinnati,
dude that's been
like,
drinking all night in the
Yeah,
bar.
so-
yeah.
some
Can I
help you
random
carry
asshole.
your stuff out?
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
how about
No,
you
don't
fuck
touch
off,
my
man?
Yeah, I didn't mean
$500 drum, please.
Yeah, I didn't
How
mean that
about
guy.
you
I didn't mean
go
that guy.
sit over there, buy me a shot, and I'll
Case or no case, please don't scuff up my $100 case.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, fuck
yeah.
that too.
look.
For
Look,
sure.
my symbols go in my case from big to little, right? And my hardware has to fit in my case in a certain way. I have to break down a hi-hat stand to fit in the case.
I've
You know
watched
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of drummers.
Like, it just
pack
has
that
to be
shit up
this
so
way.
sadly.
My
And you
car
don't
is
know
my
that way,
case.
so I'm not doing. I don't trust you with. doing that.
I always
That's
watch
not
the
it.
drummers. The shows in. We're like backstage, and they're just slowly packing up their stuff, all sad.
Because fuck you. Because fuck you, really. I mean,
Dude,
no.
this would be the perfect time for Josh to just bust in the room like Kramer. Off of Seinfeld, like, somebody call me. I mean, I was even just looking at my phone. I'm like, come on, dude, where you at?
Oh yeah, we're only 22 minutes in. We got plenty of time for it.
All right, right on.
So,
All right, so Winnie pops in. I want you guys to immediately go to the backstory.
Before we get too much further into introducing everybody in the band, when you were still with John and we're moving on with the new guys, are we completely trashing everything that you guys put together, or are we changing it a little bit? Are we still using some of it? Are you introducing it to them?
So those songs were the interesting thing about this
The bones
band
of the song?
is that we have always come from an approach of technicality in the sense that if you're writing this song, everybody is writing the song.
Yes.
We're
I
all
like that.
we're
I
all
love when
doing
bands
it
say that.
together.
We're all writing parts.
It's not like a situation where, hey, this is my song or this is Ben's song, because that's how my experiences with bands were in the past.
That seems odd to me.
I was always a
little.
writer, and then everybody else just kind of followed.
Yeah.
This is the absolute first band that I've ever been in where everybody puts down something in the writing section.
And we have something to say about
Well, I
say,
feel like
and
that's
everybody
what-
respects each other's opinions, and we actually listen to each other.
So it's a true
idea
amalgamation of
wins.
everybody that's involved.
Well, I
You
feel
know
like
that.
that's when you're in a talented enough band. People are
But-
as good as musicians as you.
But-
you trust
Precisely.
trust
Yes.
each other.
But is it fair to say that that's why this has taken so long to
Yes.
create?
Yes, so
Sure.
and that's
I mean-
that's a point of contention for
Well,
Steve especially.
I'm just saying that
because
there is part of that. You know what I mean?
There's a-
if
there's
we
a-
give everybody a piece and we all just fight the whole fucking way through it, like,
There's a coin flip
it's going
to
to
it.
take a long time to it.
dude, I frequently compare this band to like a growing child, like a toddler.
Yeah.
Like we're at a toddler stage right now.
Yeah.
We're
Hey,
just
fair.
we're
Yeah,
just
fair.
getting up and tumbling around and walking.
You got that
And,
fat head.
Yeah.
But we're going to be running in 17 days, boys.
You just gotta go with the momentum.
It has. I will absolutely admit that it has taken way longer than it should have. I know that Steve would agree with that. Josh especially would agree with that.
Well-
Like we should have been so much farther, but the fact that it was able to grow organically.
Yeah, and I would say
Not
that you
replaced.
have a lot of seasoned musicians with something to say. You know what I mean? So the fact that it's taken this long just means that you guys give a shit. Really, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, we have a bunch of heads that know. We have some seasoned musicians starting out this band, and the fact that it's taken so long just means that you guys are deliberating some things and we're making it happen the best way you can, right?
And listen, my left
Right?
hand is away from the piano.
You fucking better do it. You better.
Brother,
You better fucking take
I'm
that left
trying not
hand,
to step
sit
on
it.
Steve's
Yeah.
toes.
I think you should take left-handed piano.
Can we turn
lessons.
his mic off, Annie? Oh, yeah. Fuck him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Left-handed piano lessons.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
No,
by this.
dude.
You know,
yeah,
You know.
that's why I have keyboards.
why you have
this
a bass
big.
player, isn't
I have
it?
keyboards this big.
Oh, you got
and-
one of those like Akai.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I know.
MPK, and I have a Novation.
There you go.
I have a Keytar,
A guitar just sounds cool.
SHS 10 from like
Steve is on. Steve's watching.
Steve. Hey, Steve.
Nice.
Is that the Steve?
You know what?
Hadley?
I received a
Nice.
text message from him before I walked in the door, and he goes, "I just want you guys to know that I'm going to be silently judging you from my liberal hotel room."
Thank you, Steve.
Wait, was it liberal, or was it Parsons?
No, he's in.
Where's he at?
He's not in Parsons.
Wait, that's right. He said that it would. he'd
Parsons is
prefer
not
to-
liberal. That's for sure.
Austin. Brian says, fuck you.
Oh, Brian.
St. Peterson.
with the guy with the tiny hands.
Oh, Brian's
he's
on
not
there.
supposed to be watching this.
Jesus.
I told you not to watch this, motherfucker.
He fucking. You know what? I got a bone to pick with Brian. I haven't
Do
told
it
him.
now.
Really?
Do it now.
Let's
Do it
go.
now.
I
Right
wanna
now.
hear that.
Right now.
Let's
This
go.
is good.
I haven't told
Hope
him
he's
yet.
listening.
I'm a little butthurt
Apparently he is.
that he let it out that I'm the one that's been making the Jesus photos.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not. He wasn't supposed to say anything.
Oh, dude,
he
it was
even
supposed
said
to
he
be a
wasn't supposed
secret.
to say anything.
There was. Did
Oh
he
my God,
sign
they're
a
so good.
non-disclosure?
And then Aaron looked at him. He goes, "Nobody watches this show anyway. Just fucking, just put Brad on blast. It'll be all right."
Well,
Josh, hey,
welcome to the party.
What's happening?
my man, you're here.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce Josh when you get a
Well,
chance.
absolutely. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna let Josh get in here real quick.
I'm gonna
You
let
mind?
Chris get in here.
There, you ready?
So, All right. Cool.
Guys,
We're doing a switcherooski.
Mr.
Let's
Josh
all go
Swigert
to the
and Chris
lobby.
McDonald. So
So go to the lobby.
You gonna give me a bag?
Hey, grab your whiskeys, bitches.
yes, sir.
He just wants a rub down, Ben.
That's right. That's right.
He just
Yeah.
wants a rub down, Ben. Quit making it awkward.
Don't tell me what to do.
Left hand, right.
Don't tell me what's awkward.
Need your beer?
Go. Beers is this? Whiskey is this?
I don't know. I think it's Ben's whiskey too.
Oh, hey. So this is a clean glass.
Would you like some whiskey? Sir?
You want some whiskey?
Yes.
All right, well,
We got Senator.
Hell yeah, we got 4/5 now.
We got Senator
Right.
socks.
4/5, yeah.
works,
yeah.
yeah.
We're all almost here.
We're all high as Senator socks.
Miss you, Steve.
You don't want it?
It's that one.
That one's you.
What? Oh, yeah.
We'll give it out like it's Christmas Day.
Well, it's an election year, so we got senator.
Again, shout out to Oranges.
Yeah, man.
And shout out to why we got a quick lull while she's fixing shit real quick. Shout out to Papa C's. Papa C's barbecue. Today he fed us. He always hooks us up with food before our show. And we had the whole hog sandwich today, and that motherfucker was a killer. That was it basically
was good.
It was a brisket and hot link sandwich with a little bit of everything.
Like
on it.
some cheese sauce.
Oh yeah, it was really good. So get with and every
really.
Tuesday he's now at Central Standard Brewing. So make sure you get over there on Tuesdays at Papa C's. Papa C's is the man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and we
Send it to me
and we
when
got to
you're
give a
done.
shout out to Angie because we get tacos after the
will.
show up at the Cowboy. So make sure you get out to the Cowboy Whiskey Dicks.
Oh, hey, and today's National Taco Day.
Yeah.
So if you haven't celebrated yet, come over to Cowboy
Of course, it's
Inn
on a
afterwards,
Tuesday.
and we'll get
And
this
Angie's got tacos over there.
Go over there right now. I mean, we're
How
live. Go
about
over
that?
there right
National Taco Day. on
Today is.
Tuesday.
Today
Yeah,
is.
right.
I mean, every day should be Taco Day.
Well,
That sounds like
it
it.
kind of
Dominique
secretly
this
is.
morning.
Right.
Kinda secretly
What'd you
is.
what?
I said I celebrated National Taco Day with Dominique this morning.
Okay.
Oh my
All
God!
right.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
This is too much. This is just too much.
That was a little over the
a little
top.
too much cheese on that taco.
How was the guacamole?
No comment.
Oh, no.
Price check on Vagisil. What's up? What is that from Jim Carrey movie?
Now Brad
Me,
is
myself, and
Irene.
Irene. Got a little too much extra cheese on that.
She's got a full-on fallopian fungus. Smells like sourdough.
Fuck you up.
You're not going to see her coming, man. She's,
Yeah.
You can't. It's too much cheese.
Jeez.
That's a good part of that movie. He puts that lady on blast.
So what's happening, guys?
Oh,
man.
switch out.
Man, yeah.
So you can kind of finish where you came along in the story, and then we'll branch it over back to him as we're going.
Yeah, so, I mean, Brad and I...
In the bathroom.
In, yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah. No, so Brad and I had actually met once, and he didn't remember it. And then we met again at a St. Patty's show at the Barcode after when Fred Odell took it over.
Mm-hmm.
And I went over to his house, and we hung out one time, and it was cool. You know, we jammed a little bit.
In the garage, I'm guessing.
No,
Is that then?
in the basement.
Oh,
We moved from the garage into the
I bet,
basement.
okay.
I got basement for
I remember the
that was
garage
pretty
days,
Cool.
that's what I was-
yeah.
Got Brad's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And eventually he invited me over to a practice, and I kind of just kept hanging out with him, and then I started working with him. And then we finally started jamming together, and then these guys are like, "Hey, you should join the band." And I'm like, "Okay." Originally, I was going to be the vocalist for this band. But then Brad was like, "I like your guitar playing way better than your singing."
We all do.
Sometimes you got to tell a guy, "Hey, man, just you're doing great on the guitar."
and I will say, I mean, we only have 100% to give, right?
Yeah.
And if I give 80% to guitar playing, then I really only got 20 on vocals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is how that is, you know.
Which-
So yeah, I get that.
Does that happen when you play lead guitar? Is it harder to sing if you're than playing?
No, actually, if you're singing, you should play lead guitar because then you
Well,
are
really?
filling the spaces that
Oh,
you would
okay.
be singing.
Okay, fair enough.
Touche.
Yeah,
in
'cause I don't know.
my head, you know. In my
I don't
head,
have a
we
fucking
do.
clue. I don't have a fucking clue.
Mine is
I can't sing and play and save my life, so. But Brad's doing a fantastic
Yeah.
job. Brad has taken over singing and playing, and we couldn't ask for a better performer
Hell yeah.
and a better musician.
Yeah.
I'm still a little shaky yet. Trying to get my sea legs, but dude, I'll tell you what. I'm trying.
You're getting there, buddy. You're getting there.
Oh yeah.
And so they brought you in on drums, correct?
Yep.
Nice.
Uh,
Can you tell us a little bit about how that all went down?
Well-
Pull that in.
all right. So me and Steve have played in a couple other bands.
Headley.
Headley, yeah. Redeem him, and then Steve hit me up and asked me. John and Brad were looking for a drummer, and he kind of threw my name out in the hat. And Brad, being Brad, it's like, I got 6 drummers or whatever. We need to sift through these 4 drummers and find, And
We're gonna have 4 of them play.
yeah. And I think that was one of the first times I met you was over
Probably.
at the recording studio.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
You let me borrow your drum set. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
And then we just, hit it off from day one, like musically, their style, my style. I was intimidated. They sent me a recording and I was like, oh shit.
These guys are pretty good.
I was
I was
as
like-
well, yeah. Because my style is way different from what
Yeah.
this band is initially. So I had to really adapt my playing.
Okay. So on the back of
come
that,
to
tell
this.
me what you think the style of this band is.
I don't think there is one.
Well, hey,
I don't-
you brought up you're so different from the style. So what is the
So
style?
I'm more of a metal guitarist, I do stuff with
Understood.
metal. Like they're more rock, kind of hard rock kind of stuff. And there's
There's not a
fundamental
huge gap
differences.
between metal and hard
There's
rock.
really not.
Well,
there's not.
There's
Yeah.
just you can understand
Yeah.
what's being
Yeah,
said
we're-
most of the time on
They're
hard
they're
rock, but
they're
yeah.
very there's some pretty standout fundamental differences between the two.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I can't speak on that.
I'm sure
but
of
from the dead ear to me, it sounds not a whole lot. It just to me when the weirder the name gets of the heavy metal, the crazier the lead singer gets.
Yeah, but
The more like rock.
as hard as it is, I would like to hear how would you sell Dead and Merry
Yeah,
to
for
a
sure,
cold
yeah.
listener? What are you going to say? What's your elevator pitch?
And everybody can get in on that too on your own.
What's your elevator pitch?
Lean in, fuckers.
What's
Ah,
is
yeah,
anybody,
yeah.
does
That's a
anybody-
hard one.
Ben's stepping up.
is the,
I
where's
love
the
this
name
guy.
come from? Are we going to go for where the name come from first?
Oh,
or-
Well,
Let's do that first.
Let him say.
That's a story that I'm gonna have to tell. So actually, while we were back in the studio at Muse Meridian, I told the fellas one day, I said, you know what? I hate mulling over band names. I absolutely fucking hate it. I think it's stupid. I don't give a single shit what the band is called. I just want it to be good.
Yeah.
the name to be good though.
And I want it to be weird.
Then you do care.
Like, no, yeah, that's debatable. But Steve came in one day.
It has to be good though. A little
Steve came in one day at the random. Steve's the one that we are going to credit with the band name because he came into the
He's
fucking
not here to
studio.
defend himself.
We're
Well,
redeem
yeah,
him.
Well, he came into the
I think it's a
studio.
good
He
name.
goes,
I think it's a good name.
Yeah.
God, it was something weird. All right, so it was a street sign. That's what it was. He was out doing an HVAC job, and he looked up, and he was on a street called Mary, and then at the very end of it, it said Dead End. Right there.
Yeah. The yellow tag on the street
So
sign.
out
I
there
see- I know what you
somewhere
mean.
in some part of Kansas
There's
right
a
now,
dead end,
there's a street
Mary.
where it says Mary, but then it says Dead End. Yeah,
It probably is
Parsons.
I challenge you guys to
Why-
steal that.
Well, I'm
street
not going to
sign.
lie. This,
Don't challenge
the
me.
same. The
Do it.
same.
I'll find
Guys,
it.
find
The
it.
same
Do it.
story
Let's go.
comes from Liquid Sugar. I found that name in the back alley of Wichita and have been waiting to tell someone to fucking be that band
Yeah.
forever. It was an old stopping spot for a truck that would
I
come
witnessed
in, and Liquid Sugar dumped into the truck, and that's what it it was on in an alley where we always clean the sewers for the city. And I always thought Liquid Sugar. I was like, that'd be a cool band name.
That's a badass name.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
not
Really,
bad.
yeah.
So
I didn't have a say at all in the band name. I just showed up and they're like
What's that like?
Dead
the
in
sixth
Mary. And
band
I was
you're
like,
in,
I
Ben?
actually fucking enjoy it.
me too. I
was
think
like,
I think the band name matter. I think a lot of bands. I know you don't want to dwell on it, guys, but make sure your band name at the very least doesn't suck. Like it does have
All
to
band
be.
names suck.
No, they don't.
I don't.
Dead and Mary doesn't suck.
They don't suck.
I'm
That's
just
a great
saying,
word.
it's what you do with the name. It's what you
It
do
is
with
true.
the name.
Bag
That's
of
what
assholes
matters.
or fucking windy bag of assholes or whatever you were called sucks. That sucks.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but it doesn't matter. It's
You
what
know.
you do with it.
If you could have the most fucking catchy.
Hey,
fucking
hey,
name.
hey! This is what
I
I'm
do
gonna
like
say.
that better,
This
actually.
is what I'm going to say.
right.
The biggest band ever in the world, the Beatles. That's a shit band name.
I-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
It's a
terrible.
fucking terrible.
I don't
band
feel
name.
like it is.
It's what you do with the name
That's
that
true.
matters.
Yep.
The name itself is it's fucking secondary.
Not always true.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
feel like
true.
it's not always
What's
true.
the best band name you can think of?
Motorhead.
Best band name.
Oh,
Motorhead, for sure.
Rage Against the
Motorhead,
Machine.
really? I mean, yeah.
They're my favorite band of all time.
You
so-
are not
Pantera.
wrong.
I think Rage Against the Machine is the coolest band name.
I mean, that
pretty
is
good.
that
That's
is a
pretty
good one.
good.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Pantera.
Pantera.
Pantera's good.
Sepultura.
There's just ones that just roll off the. They don't have, like I said, they don't have to be perfect, but
But-
they do matter.
What I'm saying is that the
They do
band name
matter.
doesn't really matter until you make it matter.
The
Okay,
music.
there is
you
some.
know,
there's something
yeah.
to that. I'll give you that.
You know what
okay,
I
I'll
mean?
give you that. Okay, there's.
I think the
something to it.
music makes the band name.
That's what I'm
Yes.
trying to say.
You know.
But
so.
I mean, complete trash band names. When their music starts hitting, the guy comes in and goes, "We got to change your fucking band
Yeah.
name."
I don't.
But like when you have one that's, I think to me,
We're
like
the Old
Dead,
Eaters.
like the Dead and Merry, and I think a couple other bands that are in this town, like Time and Space and For the Birds. They have some cool names.
Yeah.
Like there's
not
there's
bad.
some
It's
Cradle.
not bad.
Yeah,
Witch
Witch
Cradle.
Cradle. I
Witch
like that
Cradle's
too.
good, yeah.
Name.
Yeah,
For the
Witch
Birds
Cradle's
is
like that.
cool. I like
Yeah.
that one too.
For sure.
So there are some ones that work and some that are medium, and then there's some that if you ever make it, we're changing your band.
I mean, I'm not gonna name any bad band names. You know, just people just look at me weird and be
Yeah.
like, "You're a fucking dick," and I'll be like,
I just say I'm funny.
"Yeah."
But like, look, there are bad names.
There
out
are
there.
yeah,
bad band
definitely.
There are some of those.
Like,
If the band's
Let's
trolling with
not
their name,
mention them.
Yeah.
but
I'm
with
not
the
gonna.
if the band's
There are.
trolling with
It
their
was
name,
old.
then it's kind of funny too. So there's some play in there. But
I always
Like,
feel weird about
some
bands that are
J-Mo.
like named after a dude.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
The Tony
I'm
Danza
talking about
Tap
like
Dance Extravaganza.
Luke Combs or
Dave Matthews Band.
yeah, Dave Matthews Band.
I feel like he could have been a little more
I
creative.
just,
Yeah,
I just kind
real
of like.
weird.
Why is it
yeah.
always country artists, man?
Well, Dave
It's always
Matthews Band
country
Dave
does
Matthews
it.
ain't country, but like,
Dave Matthews not.
but yeah,
country.
there's
No.
yeah.
But most of them.
It just feels like you
the
should be a
Silver Bullet-
soloist.
Silver Bullet Band
Craving.
guy.
oh my god,
The
Like a
best
rock.
band name I've ever heard is Craving Crayons.
Craving Crayons.
Oh my god!
You've never ate a
Oh my
crayon.
God.
Listen to that band. You got it.
If you were a crayon eating kid, Craving Crayons is for
No,
you.
dude,
It is
no.
the
Do you know what
band
that is?
for you.
That's
I just said a freaking tongue twister.
carving
Good luck saying that
canyons.
again.
So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen that online too. Yeah, I get it.
I know Donnie will get a kick out of that one.
I don't even know that.
I redeemed him.
Oh my god.
We were talking about.
We weren't talking about anything on this show. There's no rhyme or reason to this shit.
Get in here, Ben.
No,
Aaron had asked a question about
what do you present yourself as?
what kind of music. So
What do you say?
let's go through a rundown. So we have Metallica. Yeah, sorry, Annie.
Metallica,
Metallica, Motorhead, kind of metal. We have
Megadeth,
a lot of
like all that.
oh yeah.
I see you now. I see you. Okay.
Josh, tell us a little bit
Kinda look
about
like a
your
little
background
David
because you have you're kind of diverse with your metal.
Oh god.
Let's go deep, Josh.
Pantera.
Yeah,
That's my all-time favorite band.
I got
I'm
you.
sorry, it is.
Old
Me
school
too.
Panther.
Old school,
pretty
man.
hard to beat, man.
Old school. So Pantera, Zombie, the real one.
The Rob Zombie, the
White-
White Zombie.
White Zombie.
Did you see White Zombie Pantera in 1996?
I did.
I was at that show, my friend.
Cotillion,
No
I was
shit,
there.
you were at that fucking
I
I
was
was at
12.
that show.
Oh
I was
my
at
God,
that
96.
show.
I'm born in 84. I was 12 years old.
I
Thank
got
you, Mom.
pepper
Dude,
sprayed
I was
in a
fucking
mosh
12
pit.
as well.
Really?
I was at that show.
Oh my god.
I got
That was my
separated
first
and
real concert that
got
I
the
was
shit
ever at.
kicked out of me in the mosh pit.
But I was this
realized
tall.
I'm the same age as you,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? That was brutal.
I was this.
brutal.
I was this.
Brutal.
I was
That's what I'm
this
saying.
big
I got
when I
pepper
was
sprayed
12.
in that mosh pit.
I was 16
I was-
at that
I
show,
was something
and
like
I
that.
wasn't very big.
Did anybody go to the Marilyn Manson show?
Yes,
At
when he
the-
got hit by a
at-
shoe.
Yes. When he got hit by the fucking shoe back in the day.
Yes,
The
I
Kansas
know.
Coliseum,
Yep.
dude.
He's,
Oh my God,
he gets hit. I'll tell you straight. He gets hit by a shoe. And this is and he's traveling on Antichrist Superstar, maybe one of the most underrated rock albums of all time.
That was a great record.
great
Great
album.
record.
And he gets hit by a fucking shoe. I mean, right in the fucking face, right in the kisser, dude. He's not happy. He stops, and he goes, "Who the fuck just threw a shoe at me? I am not playing another fucking note in this place until somebody admits to throwing that shoe." A guy raises his hand, kicked that guy's ass. Everybody beat the shit out of that guy, and they went right back to playing the music. It was a pretty funny.
It unanimously, and you can always tell the people that were actually at that show because that's exactly how they tell the story every time. And it was
Poquito.
wild as shit to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Where were you at on the floor? Because I was
Out
like,
front.
I was way up in the
I
side.
was
too.
when I was a young kid, I was big and strong, so I just would always just muscle right up to the front.
I should have
And
shocked.
be-
Wish I would have known you back then, man.
Fucking shocked.
I would have been like, holding on to
but
his
I,
shirt and
but I,
getting drug. I've been good.
and I did. Like a lot of my friends just followed me up, but I was up there helping people. I'm up there almost as an extra security guard. I'm catching fucking people that are
Getting them to the floor
picking
safely.
people up
That's-
that
Oh, yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever been in a
You
real,
can't even do that now.
if you've ever been in a real
know,
concert
you
and
do.
you're on the
Not
rail of
real.
it, you have zero control of your body at some times.
Goddamn right.
You really are
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
one
you're-
time you're like, oh my god, how am I not falling?
You're floating.
yeah.
At one
It's-
point, I'm a little enough guy. I'm short and Irish as shit.
Yeah.
So, little stubby fingers and all that shit. If I'm up against that gate, I've got to look at somebody and be like,
Help me, yeah. And I would, and I'm not gonna lie.
and I've had security people pull me over.
I have
because they're
too,
like,
and I've
"Hey,
helped.
are you-"
I've helped a ton. I've always had a lot of empathy for people at them concerts. I'm up there trying to have a lot of fun, but I'm in Kansas for some reason was always backwards at stage at crowd surfing. Usually the crowd surfing starts at the front, so everybody knows. And there would be a crowd surfing line at a real concert when you go out of town, and they would help people up. The security guards would help people up
Yes.
into the crowd.
Yes, back
but
in the day.
But in Wichita, in Kansas,
back in the day, that
just
was-
dumbasses from the back would put people up in the crowd,
Yep.
and you'd have just mountains of people coming forward from behind you, kicking you in the head. You didn't know they were coming.
Oh, yeah.
And
You have no idea.
So that was we were always crowd surfing backwards here in Kansas.
Yeah.
Wichita was
Well,
always
and falling,
like 6 months behind
hitting
the
that
crowd,
fucking
you know?
floor from 6 feet at Kansas
yeah.
Coliseum was never fun.
So I was always
God,
I was
yeah.
always
Kicked
there
in the face.
I was always there trying to make sure nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Because I was big and strong enough and tall enough in the crowd that I was catching motherfuckers anyway. So I'm about to deal with it. And the biggest thing at a concert, and I will say this to anybody who's ever at a show: if there's anybody on the ground, help them get up.
Oh,
Help
yeah.
Oh my
Get up.
God! Yeah.
Please help them get up.
Even my little ass.
Please
at
help them
Suicide
get up.
Silence when they were here back in like 2018, picked up some dude that was almost the size of you,
Yeah,
Austin.
help them out, man.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
down before, and people have helped me up too. I ain't been,
Yeah.
I'm not above getting my ass fucking fell down at a concert.
There's
too.
one caveat to this, okay? Unless it's Fred Phelps, help him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
He's
and,
dead, isn't
and don't
he?
be and
I
don't
think so,
and
yeah.
don't be that asshole at the edge of a mosh pit pushing people when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Please don't be that guy.
I was in
Either get in the mosh pit or don't.
Ice Nine Kills. I was there this past show, and I took out my best friend, and then I went with him, and we just got fucking just piled. Just everybody just fell on us and shit. And I would
Yeah.
just stand up, and I'm bleeding, and his arms all fucked up, and I'm like, I jerked him off the ground, not jerked him off the
Yeah,
ground,
sure.
but jerked him.
Commas,
You gotta
commas,
phrase- you gotta phrase it.
commas
That's
work.
right.
Commas
Punctuation
are
is key.
important.
Yes. See that?
We might have
I
needed a-
wasn't going to give
that
you
one might have
idea.
needed a semicolon.
I closed the door
I
quick.
picked him off the ground.
I picked him off.
Picked him off the
I
ground.
pulled him up.
Yes.
There,
yes.
is that better?
I helped him
There,
up off.
we'll go with that. Just talk for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Jerked him off the ground. You're welcome, Jake, if you're watching this.
Sound like you're a hell of a friend.
I'm a good friend, yeah.
You owe me a jerk off back, by the way,
Yeah.
Jake.
Give him the old Chicago hand job, am I right?
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
Prince
oh,
quote.
Oh, yeah.
my lord. But yeah,
But, so on the drumming side of it, I guess, like the old school feel, where it's actually got some soul to it, instead of this just blast beat, which I personally can't stand.
yeah.
But-
It just seems like it's real snare heavy and
Yeah.
real, a little doinky.
Yep.
But just I'm talking as a person who's not a musician. When you're sitting there listening to that, like just real blast beat stuff, it's kind of it's not as soothing to the soul as
Well,
somebody that's putting a little more rhythm in there.
And I will say,
I
slow
guess-
that down and see what it is.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
it,
You're
I
not
guess it
actually doing
depends on
shit.
who you are.
Yeah, it is,
And it gets
100%.
mundane.
It does
Yeah,
depend on what your
that's
taste
what it
is.
is.
Depends on what
Yeah.
your taste is.
Whether you slow it down or whether you speed it up, it's
Yeah.
the same.
You need to have some. I mean, you just can't do that. I mean, personally,
You know,
for me,
what is it?
It's,
I want some spunk in that. I want some. I want some funk in that.
I want some
rhythm.
chops, man. I don't want to be just a one-trick pony type thing. So
It gets a little punk metal-y.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
and we won't hurt our feelings of. We have a lot of listeners that are into grindcore and a lot of cool shit. So
Oh man, best grindcore band ever. Nun Horror Commando 666. First time I ever went to this man's
None
house.
Whore Commando.
666.
Yeah.
First time I ever
Jeez,
went
they
over
tried to
to
hit
his
every
house.
spectrum, didn't they?
He was
I
like,
like it. I like
he was
it.
like, hey, I want you to play me something that's some real off the wall shit, and that's what I picked.
None Whore
Nun
None
Horror
Whore
Commando
Commando.
666.
God,
I played him Mr. Bungle,
That was
And
pretty
somehow
Epic. I
Mr.
love
Bungle
Mr.
was
Bungle.
not as crazy as Nun Horror Commando 666. And I'm a huge Mike Patton fan. I wanted to get back on track about Dead and Mary
Yes, do.
specifically.
You have to, or we'll fly around in this.
When it comes to how many, dude, you don't have to be all predator with me right now.
Squeeze his ass cheek.
There was
just sit on his lap.
Where's Chris Hansen?
Would you rather come over here, bud?
He comes out. He comes out. We get up.
Don't tip me. You know I will.
I'll tip you.
Brad will
money.
get that joke
With money.
I gotta
Jesus.
watch that. I gotta.
Jesus.
I'll just go sit on Aaron's lap. We'll see what pops up. No,
Talk about the first thing that pops up. Yeah, that's right.
this is going off the rails real fast. I just want to say
That's what we do here.
Exactly. When it comes to Dead End Mary, Ben reminded me, he's like, hey, man, we're supposed to be talking about where the band's going. And I'm like,
You guys are in a band?
I want to say something.
Is that what we're doing?
Boo.
I want to say
I
something.
knew we were getting somewhere.
If there is so often, I feel like you guys have covered this before. So often when you're talking about a band, what option do we have but to compare somebody to something else?
Oh, hey, this.
I mean, that's how world is. That's how
You know
the
what I
world
mean?
is.
That's just kind of the way.
I mean, I compare our podcast to other shit, so that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's true.
like, hey, if you kind of like this, then that means you're going to like this. You know what I mean?
and sadly, that's the way to get people out.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's sad. I think it's just the nature of the situation.
If you like pineapple, you should try strawberry.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes people get it wrong. They're like, hey, if you love pizza, then you're going to fucking really enjoy spoiled
baby
ground
octopus.
beef.
Our analogies are amazing.
We have a song I wrote or named called Pizza Sex.
Pizza.
We
sex.
do have a
do,
song
yeah.
called
Dead and
Pizza
Mary's
Sex.
Dead and Mary has a song called Pizza Sex.
We do indeed.
Oh, right. That's what I'm talking
So,
about.
for other musicians listening out there,
I
every
feel
now
like
and then
an
you got to come
Aaron
up with
Austin show
working
presents
titles
coming soon.
before you really know what your baby's going to be called. You know,
I think
I
so.
treat
I think
songs
so.
like babies.
Well, sometimes you name your email when you're 8 and you have to use it for the rest of your life.
So So I heard this thing. I heard this thing about Phil Collins.
Clearly, you're not one of those people that makes like 30 Netflix accounts to get the 30-day free trial.
no, not me.
No, I heard this thing about Phil Collins to where he basically writes his songs in gibberish so that he can get a melodic structure down and then put words behind it.
I brought
you
that
know?
up. I
like
brought that up.
like he just kind of
I brought that up. I'm like, huh? I
like
don't give a
just
fuck
singing
how many-
total gibberish
Man,
just to
that
get
was my cut. Why'd you cut that out?
just to get a
was
good
hot.
melodic structure, you know.
Yeah.
And apparently that's where Susu Studio came from.
yeah.
There's the scat man. What could be the scat?
Yeah,
I know the scat man. Everybody that's our
Scat
age knows that
Man.
shit. That's like the one song that
Dude.
came out scat.
Well, I'm saying, hey, we'll be the scat band. You have the
Scat
scat man
band.
already.
Scat
We'll just do scat.
No scat will ever be more legendary than Nathan Explosion on Metalocalypse when Death Clock breaks up and he's all.
No, we don't. We don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know when that.
No.
No.
Oh,
We
man,
missed
that's
that
too bad.
episode.
That's too bad, man. That's like the greatest show on earth.
Yeah, I mean, to be determined.
Metalocalypse, yeah.
Metalocalypse
mean
is dope.
Earth.
Yeah, it's good.
Gene Hoglan. You know Gene Hoglan, the drummer
Yeah.
for that. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that dude's a beast.
He's
The
fantastic.
guitar player is the one that's like putting out all this content though. Like the guitar
Yeah.
player is the one that like
Yeah.
pops up on
Brendan
the shit.
Smalls, yeah.
Yeah,
Brendan
oh, he's
Smalls
great.
is fantastic, yeah.
I like coffee.
What would you I don't know what genre we
I own all 4 seasons of that,
so
and
good,
like
yeah,
they just
so
put on
good.
a movie not that long ago, and I bought that shit too. Like
The
like
infinite
day of
smile
it
on your
coming
face
out.
right now it makes me so happy.
So, if you were going to ask us what genre we are, okay,
Yeah, what is it? What do you think?
let me ask the genre question, okay?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you what I think we are. We are like Blink 182 meets Third Eye Blind meets Deathlock.
Makes Deathlock.
Death Clock.
Death Clock.
Clock.
I said clock.
Death Clock. That's the
That's-
band in Metalocalypse.
That's certainly
so
an
it's,
interesting
Clock.
combination for sure.
So you're a poppy Death Clock.
No, I mean like if I bring to the
Mix-
table,
Mix some Seven Dust in there, and you've about
Yeah,
got it nailed down, yeah.
Seven Dust's pretty.
that's a good
pretty
balance.
popular.
I'd say we're more
But
of a
maybe a
poppy
little music.
Deathcock.
Death Clock.
Poppy Deathcock.
I'm not
Poppy
a
Deathcock.
keyboard player. I'm a drummer that plays the keys. So it's very much like my favorite band is Third Eye Blind.
Fuck keyboard players.
I'm a
Go get fucked, I guess. Like fuck
Hey,
me.
hey, I thought
But-
your favorite band should be Ben Folds 5. That's what that's what I would have thought.
Top 5.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Ben
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that's how it should have been, right?
But listen to this.
If I ever
I'm
I
a
played
keyboard
poker with
player
this
trying to
motherfucker,
play the
it'll be
drums. So I mean,
shit.
you know.
So we should swap around.
No.
Come on.
You got to learn it.
Yeah. And Brad's very new metal.
I say we all learn to play the keys.
Brad
He's
is
very
new
Seven
metal,
Dust.
Yeah, very, very much so.
I love Seven.
I have
Dust.
elements of that in my playing.
That's what
as
I feel
well,
like.
But,
Actually, Aaron has a story about Clint from Seven Dust. Will you tell it?
Maybe.
Tell
it.
Yeah.
They made
Okay.
out.
So I was on tour with Seven Dust for
hell yeah!
about 3 months in support, and we had Non-Point, us, and Seven Dust. And Clint was basically going through recovery. Like he didn't want to drink anything. And I'm on tour with Seven Dust. I'm drinking everything. You know what I mean?
I would too.
Yeah, I don't fuck with recovery.
So me and Clint kind of come to a head a little bit. I was drinking a bunch of Jägermeister. I hate Jägermeister now, but like back in the day, it was like
When somebody was giving it to
That's
you.
terrible.
it was always the shit back in the day.
it was
you know?
horrible.
That was a fad.
But yeah, so I'm
I drink
running
any
around
liquor if you give it to me.
just being irresponsibly drunk on Jägermeister, and
Touche.
Clint is just kind of like berating me backstage.
Yeah.
You need to take your craft a little bit more seriously, my friend. Blah 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 blah. I am trying to recover right now from alcohol, and you are trying to elevate this. And this is like he's just kind of fucking talking down to me because he's
eating your lunch.
recovering. Well, he's recovering, okay, and I didn't know
Did you
that.
feel this small?
I don't follow these guys like that. I don't.
Well, I mean,
I don't
They
get
sound like
It's a
a
little
Christian,
unfair
okay?
because
They
you know,
sound
I don't
borderline like
know.
a
I don't
Christian
know what
rock
he's
band to me.
doing.
it's not
you
like
know?
you're his fucking wife, okay?
And
It's
it's not like I give a shit about what he's doing, honestly, okay? We're just on tour together. That's what it is. I'm sitting here fucking hanging out with Vinny, the bass player, and we're fucking going. You know what I mean?
Vinny's a straight bad.
We're sitting there fucking
Hung out with all
going.
these
You know what I
fellas.
mean?
They're
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Me and him have become pretty good friends over this tour.
Over
We
drinking?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're drinking with their
Yeah.
other band members
So the fight that I'm having with Clint, Vinny is having with Clint.
as well.
At
He's
the
blaming
same
you.
fucking time, and Clint is like just up in his fucking hotel room, pissed off at every time, and me and Vinny are down in the hotel room going, yeah, fuck this guy. You know, it's like, God damn it, man.
Exactly. Hey, dude, I'll tell you what my experience with Seven Dust. Actually, all of the fellas in
Fuck
that band,
Seven Dust.
except for
They're
Clint,
awesome. They're great.
all the
I
fellas
love
except for Clint, they all
that
frequent
the lead
RJ's
singer?
Liquor. Every one of them.
Is that the lead singer?
So,
You can find
Lejean.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you can find every member
Who's
of Seven
Clint?
Dust at RJ's
I
Liquor
bet-
most
I bet,
days,
yeah.
except
He
for
kinda
Clint
does.
because
No,
he's
look-
recovering.
Well, let's
Lejean is great. Lejean was great.
let's quit plugging Seven Dust because nobody gives a flying shit.
Oh,
about
I
them.
love Seven Dust.
No, they
Yeah,
don't. They sound like
yeah.
shit live, and they're barely good.
Oh, fuck off.
Josh
I
has
was
something.
plugging RJ's. What
We
the
have-
hell are you talking
I
about?
think
man?
they're great. I think they're
We have a member that is not here today. He's not able to be here because of work.
Steve.
Yes, and
What is
Josh,
he in the band?
Miss you, Steve.
he's our bassist, but he's a badass.
Oh,
And Josh,
rhythm section.
it has known him the longest out of all of us. So
Yeah. Are you missing
So
your bass
draw
player
a
right now?
delicate picture about
Are you
it.
missing your bass player, buddy?
yeah.
Here you go.
Steve, like, I don't know, man. You know, the drummer usually sets the tone.
Okay.
We set the rhythm. We keep it together.
I hear you.
you know, Steve is
do.
just, that motherfucker is on point.
He is good.
Every
He is very
time.
good.
He is,
He really is.
so into what he's playing that there are times where I'm like, are you even having a good fucking time?
Yeah.
Like, are you
Or you
having
just
fun?
focus
Or like,
so
you know,
tight.
and I have to like call him out.
Well, he is holding
Oh,
the
yeah,
bass.
no.
He's
He-
playing
he-
that
bass.
is
He
true.
gets
That
very
is
focused
true.
and into what he's
He
doing.
does. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah,
I've seen Aaron like just really into it, but it's almost like a zone they're in.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you go up to me, and you go, "Hey man, you all right?" Yeah, I'm just really into this bass right now.
Yep.
well, yeah.
Fuck you, walk
and
the
I
fuck
will
away
tell
from me.
if I can speak real quick. There are a lot of songs that are very Steve oriented.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Very.
They are very much
very
about what the
Steve-oriented.
bass line's doing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And I will promise you this, Aaron. My left hand ain't touching shit, bro.
Better not. You better
Bring the left
fucking
hand
not.
in.
It is touching something,
Yeah.
just not the keyboard.
Just not.
So
yeah.
So as we so we've got through all of this. How the bands came together. You guys have been working hard, and so we get to debut all this hard work at
yeah.
DeadFest.
Oh, yeah, DeadFest, yeah. Excited.
So we got
Thank
that.
you, Brian.
So, a
Oh,
full
yeah.
disclosure, earlier you mentioned that this band was all seasoned musicians, but I'm the baby of this band.
So you've never been in a.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody
I've
that,
been
Chris.
in.
Thanks.
Do you have like
Thanks
that
for-
weird disease where you're like fucking like only 12 or some shit?
Benjamin Button.
So like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
else is 40 and up, except for maybe Ben. I think Ben's
He's
still in his
75 right now.
late
His Benjamin
30s.
Button is back.
I'm in my mid 20s, so like I've never played a show outside of like open mic and my high school talent show. And
Are you
karaoke,
calling me old, bro?
so-
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So if you guys,
Yeah.
so if you
You're
guys,
right.
Let's do
if
it.
you're watching
Let's
this,
book him a show in like.
if you're watching this, show up
Go.
to the second day of DeadFest and stare at him constantly while he's
first
playing.
day.
We'll be on the first day.
Are you guys
yeah,
first
we're on
day?
Friday. Yeah.
I shouldn't have corrected
Take
that.
notes. Bring
guys-
a pad
That's
and
okay.
paper and take notes.
You guys fucking lied to me. You said they were on the second day. Annie.
No, we've always been on the first day.
Yeah,
Annie
yeah, we're October 18th.
I figure Annie would know.
The 18th, right?
The 18th.
is a
That's Friday. Yeah, that's the first day.
All right. Hey,
Production people, these people, I swear.
but before we wrap up, how do we find you guys? How do we
You
support
find
you
them
guys?
at DeadFest. You find them at fucking
Well,
DeadFest.
fucking
DeadFest
true.
is
So
coming right up.
we
Yeah,
do
coming right
have
up, but
we
how
have
do
a
we
Can I
do
get
it?
some
Facebook page.
Jameson?
We have a Facebook page, Dead and Mary on Facebook,
TikTok.
and
TikTok.
do we got a we got a TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's it, right?
No, I think. Yeah, Instagram.
As
I
of
think
this
there's an
moment, we
Instagram.
have little to no zero content out, just because we're ironing out what we actually how we want it to sound.
Do we currently have an hour of original music?
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Epic. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
and you know, I didn't have
That's
a
good
pedal
shit.
board, so I handmade mine.
What?
And I handmade my pedal
Got a
board
balsa wood.
out of
He hand carved it.
He's
Yeah,
never been on
yeah.
stage.
It was insane. I know. I wish I would have
Yeah.
known.
He's
that.
gonna be in like a speedo, like in a fucking cape or something. Right? He's gonna be like,
He's gonna look like Nacho Libre.
oh
Okay.
yeah.
That's kind of what I'm picturing. That's kind of what I'm picturing.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
You could come back and hide behind the set with me too. You know? You probably won't be seen back there at all.
I will be behind you.
He's gonna go like full. What's it? Airheads, where the dude's like
Yeah.
humping the guitar because
Yeah.
he's so happy to be out
In
there.
the fucking prison. In the fucking prison.
Oh man.
Let's make sure Brad gets everything out he wants to get out when he gets back. He had to go take a shit. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
It happened.
Hey, I ain't got 30 minutes.
I'm just
man.
gonna say he broke my toilet at my house.
Oh,
So
wow.
you may
Oh,
want to
really?
not by shitting, but by just falling into it. So
Oh,
you may
yeah,
wanna,
yeah.
you may want to
Something
check
there,
that.
something
He's
there.
like a girl. You got to put the seat down for him.
Brad broke my back door.
Brad
Are
broke
we just,
my.
are we just
He
bringing up
also
shit that
broke
Brad
my
broke?
brand
Brad
new
broke
Shure
my
microphone.
passenger side door
I feel
handle.
like-
He also
like-
chipped my laptop.
I feel like
I
Brad
got-
broke could be a whole TikTok.
He broke
channel.
my
It
heart.
could be a
Brad
fucking
broke my
band name
heart.
too.
Be
you
a
know?
whole fucking TikTok channel. Brad broke.
Brad broke our heart. We've been trying to get him on the show for 3 years. He would never come on.
Yeah.
It was
Till
set up
today.
here. Break.
Actually, he would have been on every episode if we
He
asked him to.
probably would have. I went out and bought a brand new set of Shure mics.
Yeah.
In
Which ones? These
Oh,
or the SM?
the 57s.
Yeah, can we get them
yeah.
from you? We'll buy them from you for nothing.
You
Yeah,
can, you
I'll-
can buy
I'll-
the
well,
one
you
that.
could-
You
I
mean,
can
like-
buy the historic
I'll buy
broken
50
one that
Yeah,
Brad broke.
Brad comes in. He's like,
It's
"Hey,
historic. We'll even have him sign it for you.
I want to
It'd be
play this.
fantastic.
I want to play your drum set." And I'm like, "I don't give a fuck, man. Do what you want."
Yeah.
First,
Headphones?
jumps on it, boom, hits the fucking brand new mic, snaps the whole dust cap off. Didn't work since, and I'm just too lazy.
Oh,
to
no,
go
it works.
It works. I'm just too lazy to go.
It's the
warranty
one.
that thing.
It's the one Mike in his cab right now.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I was telling
yeah.
your how you broke my drum set. And,
We were
and
just
my
listing
toilet.
off shit that you broke.
They were all talking shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Toilet.
You broke my heart.
Yeah, you did. You broke my heart every time.
Okay,
My
so-
door handle.
Hey, so I want to make sure.
Oh yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to make sure that everybody gets in anything that they want to say before we get out of here. You got, say anything you got to say what you need to say.
Switch you.
Say what you need to say.
But you're gonna
Say
have
what
to
you
go
need
over.
to say.
He's already said that he likes some
Say
weird
what
ass
you need
show
to
that nobody's ever heard of.
say.
I just want you guys to know that we're gonna cover a Sarah Bareilles song, and
What song?
Sarah Bareilles?
I know Serbius, the three-headed
Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles. Yeah.
dog. I felt
Sounds
like Chelsea.
like
Uncultured.
Aurora Borealis.
Sorry, teacher, I didn't do the reading.
We haven't
didn't
talked
get the
about
syllabus.
that.
You know,
you know.
I didn't get the syllabus. I
That
didn't
was a
know.
joke, and nobody got it. It's fine. Go ahead, Brad.
Yours was a joke. Was the
You-
did you get those rose gold glasses from like a?
Oh no! On Wednesdays we wear pink,
I feel like this.
and it's
very
Tuesday,
nice. That's
but
very
I
nice.
feel like you got them at an estate sale.
my sister gave them to me,
I
so
did.
pretty
Very
much.
nice.
They can't- I like them.
God.
The dead end glass.
The dead end glasses.
What does that mean?
You'll find
so
out.
we have this.
Oh,
we have
Jesus.
this. I ended up getting this like classic pair of Serengetis from a friend.
From a corpse, it sounds like.
Well, no, literally, my buddy's dad died, and he goes, "Hey, do you want these?"
True story.
Like I said.
No, you fucking nailed it. So we get these glasses, and dude, you put these things on, and you're instantly an '80s fucking Vegas gangster. Like
Yep.
I don't.
Really?
It
Some
doesn't
blue
matter who
blocker?
you are. You can put this shit on a child, and
Straight back to the
you
Fear and Loathing?
immediately owe him money. Like,
Where's my money, man?
Tell me about the fucking golf shoes.
so we call them the dead end glasses because originally
Why don't you wear them on the first show?
Well, you know, I left him at home on my child. I'm sure he's doing all right. He's wearing the glasses. Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a babysitter when he's wearing those things.
Yeah, they're very nice.
He is the
glasses.
I
babysitter.
feel like you should check in every once in a while.
He's babysitting himself
Dead
at
end
this
glasses
point.
do get around.
No, yeah, he's fine.
All right, hey guys.
He's
we're about
collecting
we're
money,
about to
he's
do
doing
about-
his thing.
Anything else you guys want to say?
Tell
before-
Andy to shut up.
Yes,
we're,
yes.
we're being
Okay.
told to shut
All right,
up.
so Dead End Mary is
No,
going
tell
to be
Andy to shut up.
I
live.
said we're at 1 hour. That's all I said.
And she goes 1 hour.
We got an hour 40 in this on this podcast.
You guys got to shut up.
Do you want to take a break and come back? Nope.
Yeah, let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more podcasts.
I heard no.
Andy loves doing these things.
I'll tell you what.
Just put her on camera for a little bit. It'll change.
One last thing that we're going to say is
Come on
Dead
over
End Mary
here,
is live
Andy.
for
Dead
the-
and Mary's live.
We are going to be live for
We have a fog machine.
DeadFest on the
We have a
18th.
light show.
By the way, I gotta pop it out there, man. I gotta give huge props to Brian. I gotta thank him.
Thank you, Brian.
All jokes aside, I talk a lot of shit
Thank
to
you,
this
Jesus.
fucking kid, but I'll tell you what, man.
Brian
He
who?
has been one of the fucking biggest. The thing that I like about this guy is the way he promotes. You know,
Yeah.
I like the fact that this dude makes a character of
Who are we
himself.
talking about? Brian who?
Yeah,
Brian St. Peter's Pig.
Oh, that guy.
Jesus.
He's not supposed to be watching this show.
Dude. I like.
Put one of the memes up. Put one of the-
I like the way that he makes a character of himself. It's very similar to what I like. Him and I get along a great deal. You know, I
love him too.
didn't expect a friend of this guy, but you know what? Actually,
Well, I thought you guys weren't friends anymore because he told on you for making the.
Oh my God! I
That's
never
not
said
what
we
Brad
weren't
said.
friends.
Brian
But-
Peterson from
yeah.
Fish, so, you know, there's-
I just
Listen.
I got to
God,
give him a
Brian,
shout out
keep your
for
mouth shut.
organizing the show and just for being active in the fucking scene and really trying
And-
to
well, I love him
and
for
build up other musicians.
I
you know?
love, and if you're gonna be Brad, if you're gonna be Aaron, if you're gonna be me, you're gonna be Brian. You got to be able to take a fucking joke.
Exactly.
And I will tell you what, I am open season, bitches. Tell me your best jokes. They ain't that fucking funny. Get better, because I got jokes for you ain't gonna like. But but I'm telling you right now, that's what I love about all you guys and most people we have on our show. You should be able to take a joke about yourself. You know,
Absolutely.
We're all fair fucking game here, and Brian is in that. I love that he's in that. He's got jokes. He's got jokes for everybody else. That to me is what I look for in a friend.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
You know,
man.
that's,
Yeah.
that's,
I
so
love
shout out to
Brian.
Brian.
The fact he
and if
came
you're
out-
watching this, you shouldn't supposed to be watching.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm fully expecting you guys to show up and boo me at this point. Okay?
If you don't
Specifically, not the rest of the band.
if I don't hear Austin's boo, I'm gonna quit playing.
Okay, okay. So
I haven't.
until I saw that reel today, I was like, oh, I don't remember saying that. We're
Yeah.
listening to that reel before the show today. I go, oh, I don't. Did I?
We came
why
in
would
here
I? Why did I
tonight
say
after
that?
not doing a show for a week. We came in here tonight and cleaned up alcohol, like right. There's 4 of us, man, and there was like too much. There's too much
I don't know what you're talking about.
to clean up, man.
Yeah, it was a fun show. Brian's always a great sport, and that's what I love about anybody. If you're in the public eye, fucking take it on the chin and get
Dude,
moving.
it was a long time coming, guys. I'm fucking
I love
happy
you,
that
brother.
you
I love
guys
you.
had me on.
No, seriously, it's
I
been
appreciate
it's
both of
been
you.
good to
it's
see
been
you, man.
honestly. I've been waiting for the right time because Brian.
What are you fucking you doing? Oh,
I got one thing to say.
fish.
Hit me
You
with
know,
some J-Mo.
if you guys can make it out to DeadFest October 18th,
And 19th,
please come
right?
check us out. Yeah, come out the 19th as well. There's a lot of great bands on the 19th. Brian's band's going to be playing on the 19th. There's a couple other great bands going to be playing on the 19th. You know, you'd be missing out if you aren't there both days. But, you know,
I mean, it's free 99.
I'll do my
come
best.
check us
Tip
out.
the
You won't
bands,
be-
tip the bands.
Definitely won't be
Yeah, for
disappointed.
sure.
Yeah, tip your bands.
Hey, this is still a monumental thing, Brad. Having you on the show means a lot to us.
Dude.
It means a lot to us. You've been a
Same
fucking
here.
supporter, a funny fucking guy, and I cannot wait to see what Dead and Mary really has to offer this town. I think you guys are a sleeping giant.
Oh yeah.
I think you really guys are a sleeping giant in the music industry here in Wichita, and I can't wait for you guys to explode and be a part of the shows.
Appreciate that.
So shout out to them.
Here's the Aaron Austin.
Typical fashion.